My name is Palmi. I'm from Sauðárkrókur, Iceland. Before Broadfording, I would say I was a believer. I would go to church every now and then. I had my confirmation when I was 14, which is when you confess Jesus as your savior. But I wouldn't say it was like you would call it. How would I say? Like really a believer, like living for Jesus. I wouldn't go to church too often. It would be like special occasions like Christmas, Easter, maybe. I wouldn't say that was living through my faith. I would sometimes pray at night, and before every game I would do this thing. I was not really a believer, and I would do that sometimes, and I would like hide it. Like especially like before games, if I would wanted to like pray or something like that, I would always hide it because I would say I was ashamed. When I first came here to like Hagerstown, like Broadfording, I was kind of surprised. I remember like showing up on campus, saw this little house like across from each other. I didn't really know which was which. And then I remember somebody pointing at the Peter building or whatever and saying like, that's where you'll have your classes. And I was like, wow, and what is this? And like, I was kind of surprised about everything. I wasn't like, it was totally not what I expected, but I'm really happy to have come here. What like started the conversation about my faith would have to be Mr. Rohr, my Bible teacher. He really went deep into everything and explained how everything worked, and it like made you think. Like I remember my first Bible classes, I really thought everything was like really interesting. And then of course, Mr. Cox, my host father, like we had some really good discussions sometimes, and he went through stuff and really made me think and really made me like, read the Bible and really think about how, having a relationship with Jesus means. And of course, I went to like church here in Chambersburg, and the youth pastor there, Pastor Aaron, he really helped me grow in faith also. I'm really thankful for that. The way God was working with my life at Broadfording was definitely cool. I mean, I remember I had my like alone times, and I don't know, it was like feelings here and there. When I hurt my knee, I was scared, and like I prayed, and everybody were praying like that it would be like the best healing, Doctor said 6 months, you're out. Others said it's gonna be 2 days and you're gonna have an arthritis. Then me and Scott prayed before the surgery, and I had my surgery, and it was probably the best thing that could happen. So what happened was I was out for a week, came back, and I'm probably not gonna have an arthritis, which is incredible. That shouldn't happen, I would say. I was back in a week playing, almost like my old self, like not on one leg or whatever. The moment that made me realize that I have a relationship with Jesus was, I was at a youth convention out in Hershey, Pennsylvania. And there's a guy preaching, and he says, like, close your eyes and grab someone and start praying for them. I close my eyes and I reach out, and there's nobody around me. And I was shocked. Like everybody who I was like hanging out with left. So I was shocked. And then in like 1 second, this guy, random guy sitting behind me, reaches out and grabs my shoulder. And then I was like, boom, I'm never alone. I got Jesus. Going to Iowa, I was kind of nervous. I remember I was like, where should I go to church, with who, like what's going on? And I remember praying about it. And then it was like the first or second week of practices, my teammate showed up with like I thought it was a rash, so I asked him like, bro, what's going on? And he said, it's from my youth group. And I was like, oh, you go to church? And he said, yeah. And like he's from the town that I'm from, so he lives, outside of campus. So I asked like, can I come with? And he said, yeah, bro, I'll pick you up. And from there on, I went to church almost every Sunday with him. With my faith, I'm hoping to like explain to my friends. I mean, I did a little bit last summer, but not, I honestly could have done way more. Like to explain to them and try to get them over to my side of the faith. And to me, that would be awesome.